So this is some kind of market update that I want to do. Today I want to jump through all the sealed product and hot single cards that are right now selling for a lot more because the market is so bullish right now. And I selected some like popular products and we'll go through all of them, see what is going on right now. You will see that almost everything is going up in price. Sealed product is going crazy right now, but this is kind of a market update. I want to jump with you guys just in real time. Let's see how is everything going because there are a lot of changes in the market. So the first thing I want to talk about is Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. As you can see, the Pokemon Center version just got rejected at 400 straight away and jumped down to 350. This is really curious because I don't know how Pokemon Center ETBs will be affected by this reprint that we have been confirmed. So I'm just curious to see. Anyways, of course, we're talking about $350 if you can grab some at 60. Today was the release date. Today is actually the release date. If you grab some at 60 at retail in the Pokemon Center website, you will still be super good. I'm just curious to see what will happen with this ETB, if it will jump just to 500 or it will just continue to drop down until a healthy like $200 to $300 range. The next product I have is the regular ETB. And I'm pretty impressed by the tank of this, honestly, guys, because I was expecting it to go down. But honestly, until we had the actual like print numbers and until we knew the allocations and stuff, it's so weird for me to see this dropping that much. I know 126 is still super high, but I'm actually curious to see this drop. I think this drop is pretty spectacular for 2 days of news, of just the confirmation of the reprint, but it's a good thing, honestly. I would keep my statement that everything below like $90 or $80 is a good buy for Prismatic Evolutions because I do not expect the reprint to affect that much the market. Of course, it depends on the quantities. If they just drop a handload of product, like, yes, this could tank a lot, but I'm not expecting that, honestly. But it's good that it's actually going down. Now, for battle styles, I'm pretty impressed. There are some booster boxes here that really impressed me because, you see, I did not expect this super jump in price, but I guess with all this super hype with the new sets like Surging Spark, Prismatic, and Journey Together, plus some older Sword and Shield sets exploding in price that we will see later, like Fusion Strikes and stuff, I understand that this is actually an older product than Fusion Strike. So I understand that what is going on here is that people just want to collect some older products and they cannot afford to pay like for the better sets, so they are actually buying these too, which is good. And we see a small jump from 130 to 150, but I'm kind of impressed to see that Battle Styles is like all actually past their MSRP, because in Sword and Shield it was 144, I think. So it's good news, good if you had Battle Styles. Now, for some cards, you will see this, everything is mixed up just to not go super dull on sealed and then cards. We have a lot of mixed like hot Pokemon cards and some booster boxes and ETBs. The Moonbrand is going up, which it could have like, you could expect that with the new evolution set. I've heard a lot of people say that the fact that we're getting new evolutions will make like these products like be hotter too, like because people will be more aware of these cards and stuff. So in the last 3 months, you can see that it went from 1K to 1.5, which is actually pretty impressive to have this raw card. You have to expect too, of course, that Silver Tempest, that Evolving Skies is actually like going up in price a lot. So I'm guessing as the price of the packs are getting higher and this is harder to open, more expensive to open, like this card will of course raise in price too. We got Obsidian Flames, and this is like a big realization for me because I never believed in this set, honestly. I was super upset I was so upset at this set because I saw like this Darkness Ablaze 2.0, but this set is actually proving me wrong. Same Same thing I said that I didn't really like this set. I talked a lot of times about the cheapest card, like Caesar and Ninetales. These are beautiful illustration rares inside. They have like a really big gap because it's so hard to grade cards inside this set. So you see this card raw going for like $10, $15, and then the PSA 10 versions going for like 140 and things like crazy things like that. I think part of the hype of this set has been because of the Pokemon Center ETV, like the Charmander promo is like a super exclusive card. It's so hard to grade. People just bought a lot of Pokemon Center ETVs and regular ETVs to have this promo card, which is beautiful, by the way. And I think this drive like the hype of this set up. But I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm so shocked to see this booster box at 175. I did not believe in this set. I was wrong. I was clearly wrong because this is performing. This is actually outperforming sets like Paradox Rift, which I thought would perform better. But I'm happy for any of you who actually had some Obsidian Flames and are holding some. In some of my past tier list, I read some comments of people saying, no, look, Obsidian Flames is a good set. The Charizard will catch up eventually. And they were absolutely right. So cheers to them. And I was completely wrong about this set. So Temporal Forces. This is a really weird one because I don't really like this set, but it's kind of similar to Paradox Rift, but with some better pools, I would say. Like the top chase cards are more exclusive and more expensive. They are so much harder to pull. And we see it's 160 now, so it's more or less MSRP. Good. Like I have a couple boxes of Temporal Forces, nothing crazy. I don't really enjoy this set that much, but good on you if you bought this for 80 or 90 because this was a bit more exclusive when it came out. It wasn't like Paradox Rift that was just rejected by the market, but for a long time in Europe and in the US, you could grab this for about from 100 to 115 or something like that. Pretty impressive gains, so cheers to you. Of course, Paradox Rift, my little boy. It's 140 now. It's actually increasing a lot in price. If I can go to the 1 year graph, you can see that it was pretty much like $80 to $90 a year ago. So if you entered in that price, you should be pretty happy, which is my case, honestly. I bought them at 80, almost $70, honestly. Like so much people just wanted to get rid of that product. And so if you bought some, I'm happy for you. This is amazing gains. Let's move to the next one. Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. Wow. I did really not expect to see this card being $630 raw. Like, this is actually insane. But you see, like, also this parabolic growth is crazy, man. We had the Altar Boom around here on May. I think that was the Altar Boom. I'm pretty sure it was. So it went from 200 to 400, but now it's just insane growth, honestly. Same with other cards. If you see that the seal product is getting super expensive, it kind of makes sense that the chase cards, like these cards are super hard to pull, man. These are super hard to pull. You can expect this growth, honestly. I honestly didn't expect like this much growth, but Fusion Strike is kind of a different event because actually the booster box just also rised so fast in price. So I guess it kind of makes sense that the Star of the Crown like just goes for that much, but it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So, of course, if we talk about Gengar, we talk about Fusion Strike. The booster box is sitting at almost $500. Wow, the underdog. This was truly the underdog. This Pokemon set was so easy to get when it came out, honestly. But we all, myself included, I have some Fusion Strike, but myself included, were so obsessed with Evolving Skies and opening packs in order to pull some evolutions that we just passed by this set. And honestly, like, okay, I don't understand this graph, but honestly, the growth is crazy, and $500 for a booster box is absolutely insane. I see a lot of people that are selling at this point. I don't think it's a bad point to sell. I honestly do this in a really long term, so I won't sell my booster boxes, but I understand you exiting now because honestly, if you bought like 3 months ago and you just made it 2 times your profit, like your money it's actually insane. Lost Origin. Really fast growth too. I really like Lost Origin. It was so hard to get. I don't know if you see the booster boxes here, but one of them is Lost Origin. Um, it was super hard to get in Europe, and I had a hard time buying these booster boxes. I tried to enter too late, like after the last reprint and stuff. I waited some months to see just what happened with the market. I didn't have much capital at that point to invest, but really nice growth, not a bad exit point. I think it will keep going up, same as Fusion Strike, honestly. I think all Sword and Shield booster boxes will be 500 plus. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not like battle styles and that, but I think it actually will. Like I think all of them will be like 500 plus, and I think these higher end like sets will be 1,000 plus. I'm almost sure about that, honestly. Of course, down the road, I don't know if it will take like 5 years or 2 years. On at this pace, maybe it takes 1 year. Like who knows? But I'm pretty confident that these products will actually perform well. I wanted to talk too about the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade because it has just been going up. It's been like a bumpy road for this card, but it's going for $330, which I think it's pretty insane for like the set is so new. Like Twilight Masquerade looks so far away, but it's so new. It looks far because the recent hype of everything we just got lately, but it's a really good card. I really like this design. I know some people don't, but I think it's a cool card. 330 is a lot of money. Now, Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates, seal product exploding too in price. If you are in Europe, grab some Paldean Fates. Honestly, just grab it because it's pretty cheap here, and I think the Euro market just follows the US market. So I would grab some Paldean Fates if I were you. 155, going just straight up, like no no hesitation here, from 100 to 150. Pretty nice increase, like not little, honestly. 55% increase. Pretty cool card. I prefer the Mew, but it's a really good card. Surging Sparks ETV. Well, given the booster box is so expensive, I guess a lot of people try to buy the ETV to just have some sealed exposure to the set or just to open some packs for a decent price, and the ETB is now sitting at $76. It's kind of expensive, but given the price of the booster box, it's kind of understandable too. 151 ETB. I remember talking with the store owner when these ETBs were 50, and I said, "Hey, I want to grab like." I just sent a private message to him because I said, "Hey, I want to grab a lot of these. Like, how much do you have?" And he said, "Oh, I didn't even know I had." Like he had one in the website. It was so funny. They were 50. And I remember like after that, like I bought that ETV and I just bought some other 151 product. Like after that, just the product just went skyrocketingly high. Like it was kind of crazy, honestly. Yeah, so in 1 year, this went from 150 to 173. This is not normal growth, guys. I'm a bit scared, honestly, like because man, this 200% in a year is not normal. It's not normal, man. I don't know. I'm kind of scared with some products. Pikachu EX, the special illustration there from Surging Sparks. This was the most expensive card of the year. For now, of course, now with with all the Moonbrion craziness and stuff, it will no longer be. But it's a really good chase card. I personally like it. I love the rainbow borders introduced in Stellar Crown, but I understand why people like are not so happy with this card because the terrestrial thing and stuff is kind of annoying. But it's holding strong. It's holding at 450, which is a really decent price, and it kind of justifies the price of the booster box, honestly, because that set has. Surging Sparks has a lot of good pulls. Scarlet and Violet base is going for 145. That's kind of impressive. So I've noticed that this set and Paradox Rift follow the same trends normally. Like they usually are almost the same price. And it's actually happening that like right now. I'm so impressed to see this at 145 because I've seen these booster boxes in Europe going for like $80 to $90 for a lot of time. And not only that, but no one wanting them. And now I guess that all these new people are on the hobby or people are just seeing that it's so expensive to buy the last sets that they say, okay, whatever, I'll buy just the previous sets that are more affordable. But yeah, it's kind of impressive to see this like more like these cheaper products going for almost retail. It's actually impressive. Okay, so we got the Lugia V alternative art, the altered Lugia from Silver Tempest. It's been going crazy too. 50% in 3 months, 60% in 6 months. Wow, that growth is actually impressive. So after the altart boom, it looks like we're having like a second boom right now. It's not only happening with the altarts though; it's happening with a lot of product. I think I don't know if it was Surging Sparks or Prismatic Evolutions, but these two sets bring a lot of people back into the hobby, and you can clearly see that because the demand for cards and booster boxes is absolutely crazy. So $270 for the raw version of this card, really strong. So the Paldea Evolved Magikarp. This one is insane because I've seen PSA 10 versions of this card selling for $1,000. Man, wow! I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Honestly, I'm happy for the people who pulled it. So this card is $200 raw. It's a really good chase card. Paldea Evolved booster boxes. I think we'll see them later. But Paldea Evolved booster boxes are actually $200 too, which is super impressive. And this is a really good chase card. The only bad thing about this card is that it's so hard to grade in a 10. That's actually the reason why it's like a ×5 in a PSA 10, because you actually get from 5 cards you send, like 1 gets a PSA 10. It's like a 20% chance. So it's not really that good for grading. Silver Tempest booster box, 245, holding strong. I really believe in this booster box. I've been talking like wonders of this set since it was 140. I have a lot of Silver Tempest. I expect this booster box to be $500, no problem, in the following years. I don't plan to exit even then because I just like the product and I believe in it super long term, but I think this booster box will be $500, no problem. Paldean Fates ETB, the craziness again. Shiny Mew, Shiny Charizard, we should have seen that coming. We were so like obsessed. Like I'm the first one who was like just not looking at Paldean Fates because I was so obsessed with 151 and Crown Zenith, which I honestly still think they are better sets than this, but I was so obsessed about these sets that I was just not even looking at Paldean Fates. And now with the Prismatic Evolutions, like I've discussed this in another video, that it's so hard for this set to compete with the other specialty sets we have because they are just, man, like they are just so good that this set is super good, but the other ones are so much like, for me, they are so much better that it actually like eclipses this a bit, but they clearly like, I was not so optimistic about this set, honestly, and it's performing really well. Of course, the rise that we saw on the Charizard and the rise we will see on the Mew in the future, I think the Mew is right here. So, of course, the Charizard and the Mew are really helping this ETV grow in price, but like to double its price in 6 months is super impressive. It's so impressive, honestly. I think it's a great set. As I said before, if you're in Europe, grab this product because it's actually cheap. Not cheap like it used to be, but now you can get it for kind of cheap. So take the opportunity. So Bulbasaur from Stellar Crown. I really didn't like Stellar Crown that much. I don't like the Terapagos, but I think it's so cool that we have a Bulbasaur and a Squirtle illustration rare inside. I expected this card to perform well, and it's actually doing it. In 3 months, it gained at 44%. This is an OG Pokemon, Gen 1, actually the first Pokemon of the Pokédex. Like starter, Gen 1, beautiful artwork. This will do good. This will do good. Latias EX from Surging Sparks. This is a personal favorite here because I love Gen 3 and I love Latios and Latias. I was kind of upset that the two of them were not like secret illustration rare, special illustration rares, but it's really cool to have the art set still, so I really like it. It's performing pretty well, 250. These cards are super new, so you never know, like this could go down, this could go up, whatever. But the set is great and the booster box holds strong, so I guess this card will too. Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. We've talked about this card in one of my last videos about like these 10 cards that are about to explode in price and stuff. And same as I said, I was super wrong about Obsidian Flames. I have to say I was pretty right with this card. This card was already going up in price, but it went up even more, a lot more actually. And yes, like Crown Zenith product, Seal product is going super high right now. It's going expensive AF, so the cards inside are doing too. I think this is the best looking card inside Crown Zenith, and I think it's super special that we got Mewtwo and Charizard just fighting each other. I think that's epic. It's so good. So I think that justifies the price. Like, it's kind of impressive to see a 123% increase in 3 months, but what I think is that this card was just mispriced. We had so many Crown Zenith, and Crown Zenith pull rates is actually pretty good. But for me, it made no sense that this card was actually $60. So it makes more sense now that it's 120, honestly. Same. Well, if we talk about Crown Zenith, let's talk about the ETV. $90. I remember I bought a bunch of ETVs for $30 in a Canadian store. I don't remember the name now, but I thought, well, they are super cheap here, good. I seen that, like, the prices in Europe too, like there were so many ETVs that it was so hard that they went up in price, because you had like 100 ETVs at $40 and then 200 ETVs at $50, and I was like, wow, this is gonna take a long to go up in price, but it actually didn't. People love this set, myself included. I really love this set. Opening this set is super funny. It's super fun, and yeah, I think this will keep going up. Honestly, I think the same with the Mewtwo. Like, I think these were just mispriced. I mean, they were correctly priced for the amount of product we have, but it gets eaten up so quickly now that they're just booming. $90. It's kind of expensive right now, but I think this box will just do fine. Same as the Hidden Fates and this some like Dragon Majesty. Like, of course, when this set gets old and we don't have ETVs available on the market, these ETVs will go for a lot more than 90. So it's definitely, for me, it's still a good buy. Chilling Rain. I love this set. Blaziken is my favorite starter of all time. It's actually my second favorite Pokemon of all time after the channel mascot Rayquaza. A lot of people are buying Sword and Shield right now, which to me it's crazy, because I felt like we were in a journey of this new Scarlet and Violet like hype, and okay, we have decided Scarlet and Violet is not trash, which it was not like at any moment, but well, like people realized the Scarlet and Violet was not trash, and we saw a lot of money moving into Scarlet and Violet, but now we see that it was not the case only. Like, a lot of money was flowing into Sword and Shield too. Of course, with these better sets, you see that the floor is so thin that if you buy 5 boxes, you get the price up $20. If you buy 100 boxes, the price just gets up like $100, which is what happened here. Because as you can see, like, yeah, there were like 26 or 29 items sold, but you see like 2, 3, 7, 3, 7, 14. Like, there's not that many boxes being bought out. It's just that there's no product out there. So it's so thin that it just grows up so like quickly. Brilliant Stars booster box. I love this set. I think it was kind of cheap at 200 still, because this beautiful trainer gallery too. Yeah, you don't have this crazy alt art worth like $500 inside, like with Fusion Strike. And I think the Giratina's Lost Origin is a better chase card than the Charizard, but I also think the Charizard is undervalued. So I think this box will keep going up in price. It's almost $300. Same as I said, like, not a lot of booster boxes are selling, but we don't have a floor of the market, so they will just the product is just getting eaten, and it will quickly rise for sure. Venusaur EX from 151. We've talked about this card in some videos. I really like this card. I think it's a super cool secondary chase card of one of the best sets we had ever. It had its jump from 50 to about 70 something. I think it will keep going up in price, because 151 will get super expensive. Packs will be super expensive, so people will pay more to have these chase cards that are actually a bit hard to pull. Searching Sparks booster box. What can I tell you? I don't know, I don't see this slowing down, honestly, until we get like a confirmed reprint or something like that. I don't think these prices will go down. I agree that this is too expensive for a set that just released. Actually, the last set released, $240 is too expensive. It's 2 times what we used to pay for new booster boxes. I understand people that are upset that couldn't grab some, and I completely feel that. I could grab a lot less than I wanted to, but I also understand that the prices of the cards inside are so expensive that like it doesn't make sense for the current card prices inside this booster box. It just doesn't make sense that this booster box is $100. It's that simple, honestly. What I think is that when they announce a reprint, because I'm pretty sure they will reprint this set too, this box will go down like quite a bit. I don't think it will go down to 120. Maybe it does, and well, like that would be great because everyone could grab more Surging Sparks and you could open packs for a lot less. So I don't know what will happen. I think it will go down maybe to 170 or 180 or something like that, but I don't think this booster box will ever be $100 unless the Pokemon Company decides to just float the market with this, which I don't think they will. 151 booster bundle. We keep coming like back and forward with 151. The booster bundles for me are pretty okay prices, like $66. We will see the. I will show you right now. Actually, the Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle. I know these are not out yet and these are super overhyped, but they are $90. If Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles are $90 at release, buy the hell out of 151 booster bundles, because it doesn't make sense that this set that it's actually comparable with the new set with Prismatic Evolutions is like 30%, like 50% cheaper, 30% cheaper actually. And this set is almost like is 1 year and a half old. It doesn't make sense. So I would say if we price like booster bundles for Prismatic Evolutions at 90, this for 66 is just a bargain. I know you're paying $11 per pack, so it's not actually a bargain. I understand that. But I think this product will perform super well in the future. Prismatic Evolutions, just to mention it, it's kind of crazy. I wouldn't pay $90 for a booster bundle. Like, no way, no way. Actually, if you want to spend $90 in a booster bundle, just pay 20 more and at least have the ETB with the promo card and stuff. That I think it will be like somehow a decent, like a more decent deal. Even both of them are just a no-go for now, at least for me. Twilight Masquerade. We've talked about the Greninja before, and this booster box is almost pushing $200. It's a super impressive mark for a set that has just released. I don't think the set is super crazy, but the chase card is so strong. The good thing about Scarlet and Violet sets is that they have soul depth, like by default. They have a lot of good pulls, like from like illustration rares and stuff that are ranged from, I don't know, $2 or $3 to like these $15 or $20 cards that the dev is like almost guaranteed in these Scarlet and Violet sets. So if you add a good chase card there, it makes things crazy, which is what happened with Twilight Masquerade. You got like a winning formula, a good chase card, good dev. That's the winning formula. And comparing this to Surging Sparks, the only difference is that this, like, of course, the chase card of Surging Sparks is stronger, but apart from that, it has secondary chase cards. It has like some depth of chase cards, which this set doesn't. So that's mainly the difference in price. Like that $50, I think it's just pretty much that. Okay, Evolving Skies. I don't even know what to say. I'm really impressed by the performance of Evolving Skies. 1.3K is something super crazy. When I saw these boxes at $700, I thought the entry price, like the entry point, was so expensive. I always have preferred to have like a sealed case of a new booster box, like of a new set, than one Evolving Skies booster box. But I have to admit that this performance like is greater than almost any case you could have bought. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, so in 6 months, you see a 100% growth in Evolving Skies. And actually, what is curious about this is that this box gets like a lot more sales than the last we saw. Actually, they don't. I completely lied. Okay, I see some more sales than other sales like Chilling Rain and stuff, but I thought it was like um, a lot more sales. But honestly, the market is super thin with these two. I think the market is actually thinner with this than with the other products because Evolving Skies was so easy to cash out, right? Like if you bought in at 100, it was so easy to sell your booster boxes at 700. For Lost Origin, for example, it was 120 to 140 a lot of time. And then you see like the 200, so you're like, okay, I'm 50% up. But with this set, you were 700% up, so it was so tempting for the people to just say, okay, I'll sell it. So the market is even thinner here. That's why I had this impression that like more items were sold for the graph and stuff, but honestly, like I see it's not even the case. But you see like 4 items sold and it just 10 items sold and you jump from 1,000 to 1.3k. Absolutely impressive, honestly. 151 UPC, this is my favorite 151 product. I have some of these which I'm pretty happy about because I bought at 100. So pretty impressive grains. This is a super exclusive product. Honestly, the 3 promo cards inside are absolutely gorgeous. You get a lot of packs. I don't remember how much, 16 packs of 151, which if you think about it, like 16 packs for $11, you're like almost at 180. So just in packs, you are at 180. You have the guarantee they are sealed, and inside this beautiful box, you have the 3 promo cards. So I think it's actually a really decent product. For 250, I would say this is pretty expensive, but even having a lot less packs than a booster box, and I think a booster box is a better product, for a specialty set, the fact that we have an exclusive ultra premium collection UPC of a really good set, and it has the Mew on the box, that really, like, I think that makes the price of the box be like, not the price, but the value of the box, like the perceived value is so much higher for these reasons, of course, in my opinion. Okay, 4 last products actually, will go fast. Paldi Evolved is $200 now. What can I say? Like, cheers. I didn't expect this growth. Same as the other booster boxes, I expected some growth, but $200 per box for Paldi Evolved. It just shocks me so much because I've seen, in Europe, the market is a bit lower than in the US. So I have like this difference too. By the way, if you live in Europe, you can grab these for 130 to 140 in card market. So just go grab them because this is a great deal. But to me, it's so shocking because I've seen a lot of these boxes just listed in secondary like places like eBay, card market and stuff in Europe for $90 for a lot of time. And it's just so shocking to see these exact products going for $200 now. Wow, it just impresses me so much. So Stellar Crown, not a bad set, honestly, but the growth is impressive. The fact that this is like already higher than base and Paradox Rift and stuff. Okay, I'm actually impressed with this too. It's almost MSRP. It's almost 160. It actually topped at 160. It's now 155, something like that. As I said before, it's a no-go for me for the Terapagos, but the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur illustration rares are super cool, so I kind of like this set for that. Decent set. You could grab this really cheap when it came out, but I see that now, like, you don't even have a chance. So just to end up, last 2 cards, I want to talk about the Mew, the Bubble Mew, Paldean Fates, $300 raw. I think this card just solo carried the ETB, honestly. It made the ETB double in price because this card, like, this card actually went up. Oh my god. 300% in 6 months. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this card basically carried the sealed product away instead of being the other way around, which sometimes happen too. But yeah, $300 raw, it's really impressive for a card. That new, it's not that new, like Paldean Fates is not super recent, but it's still pretty new. It's pretty modern set. I'm really impressed by the Mew. I actually love the design and everything, so I'm happy. And to end up, we'll just talk about the Crown of 151, Charizard EX Special Illustration Rare. This card were on a bumpy road because um, like it was so cheap for so long. But I think people like, I think we all had the feeling like the card was like undervalued, right? Because we when 151 sealed products started going up in price, I think we all had the feeling like, okay, why is the chase card like $100 if you almost have to pay that for one ETV? And you're telling me like the main chase card is only $100. It kind of made sense in the Japanese set because you had the master balls and stuff, but it clearly didn't make much sense here. So that was pretty weird. So I think the same as some products I've spoken before about, that it was just like the market was not right about that product, and it kind of shifted to what the market should actually have been. I think 240 for being the chase card, for being the most fan favorite Pokemon out there, on one of the best sets we got, I don't think it's that expensive, honestly. I think that's correctly priced. For it being like 100, of course, the art was like disliked for some people, but I think the fact that we have the three evolution line like together and kind of as an art piece, the three of them, I think it's really cool. So yeah, I think 240 is actually a fair price, and this is the last product. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Tell me, what do you think about this new type of video? I don't know if I'll be doing much of this, but I just wanted to try it out. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.